So apparently, back in December of 2025, some random listings showed up on Spirit Halloween's website, and a lot of stuff got leaked. We've got most of the animatronic lineup that we'll be seeing for 2026, and we've got concept art for the themes. Now, let me just say that the animatronics that we're seeing are probably just prototypes and not the final thing. So I don't even know if what we're seeing will make it into production, or if there will have to be some new concepts in play, new animatronics put in place, or maybe there will be more animatronics delayed until 2027 or 2028 because of the tariffs that President Donald Trump has put in place. So let's take a look and see what we can find. So we're just gonna look at the Spirit Halloween wiki. Actually, there is a page called Category 2026. So these are the props we have available here. We've got this prop called Carver Jack, Clown Crawler Fiona Frazzles. We've got a new animatronic, which I didn't think they were gonna do it all, but because of the popularity of the well-known Five Nights at Freddy's IP, they are making a Freddy Fazbear, an officially licensed Freddy Fazbear animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF, to fans. Gas Up, giant ground-reaching creature, that's gonna be pretty cool. We're finally getting a Jason Voorhees again. First time I'll ever see another Jason Voorhees at Spirit Halloween. Hopefully this one's pretty good. A jaw-dropping zombie, which is another cool idea. A slender clown, party is over clown. We got a xenomorph from the Alien franchise. We have an upcoming insect animatronic. Glad we're finally doing those again. And a trash can animatronic. Good, because Morris has not made a good trash can animatronic. Unlike Party City has in 2022, but they no longer exist. So let's see what they got here as well. We got a Ghostface, a licensed Ghostface again. There was a licensed Ghostface animatronic in 2024, two actually, and there is now another licensed Ghostface. Pennywise, I believe it's not the same Pennywise we saw before, but a different one. And Creepy Crawler, which I could assume could be maybe the zombie creature that was canceled last year due to tariffs. But we'll have to check all these out. So first, I want to see all the listings that appeared. See what I can find. You've got a Camp ISE switch. There's no listing, no videos, no pictures. And it's being produced by Crazy Create, which is the same with many of the ISE switches. We've got a zombie snake by Party Time. The zombie owl. Don't know what the thing is with owls recently. They could take the opportunity to make a better owl prop than what was released last year with Night Owl. And this looks pretty cool, but there's no image available for that. That's one I'm really excited to see. See what that looks like. But we've also got a posable intestine. That will be pretty cool. Outdoor rated 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter. I think that's what it's called. I might get it wrong. A latex animated cat, latex shaking fish, and latex two-headed spider. I could use those. But I don't have the pictures of the ISE yet. I could put those on the screen right now, just in case you want to know what those look like. But we're going to start with Carver Jack. No image available. It's made by Techie Design. But apparently this animatronic is a reskin of Darling Dolly, which is an animatronic from 2023, made by Techie Design. With Darling Dolly, she was 7 feet tall, which is very tall, and she was massive. And she also had a large range of animation due to having no springs in the mechanism and the mechanism being completely gravity fed. Meaning it could just drop down like that and then rise back up. So apparently this animatronic called Carver Jack could be very tall if it's a reskin of Darling Dolly or uses the same mechanism. Or it could be much smaller. It could be the size of an average kid or an average person. Because that mechanism could go on literally anything. I mean, it was on Mega Wolf from Party City in 2023, who was 10 foot 4 inches tall. And it was used on the drop-down Scarecrow from Party City in the same year. Let's look at the factory video. Watch it in full screen if I can. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can see how it has a resemblance to Darling Dolly. Yeah, I can see how it does. Let's look at that again because my computer stopped recording. But yeah, we can see that there. And he's alright. That's all I can say. Now we are looking at the Clown Crawler, which I thought was going to be called Jangle Joints. I don't know, but this one, no picture, but it's made by Crazy Create. This is an AI upscaled image as far as I know. But this clown animatronic is apparently a reskin of Nightcrawler, which I'm already throwing my Nightcrawler away and I'm not getting anything else like it. Very hard to set up, very hard to store. Nightcrawler's a cool animatronic, but it's honestly I couldn't care less to get another one. I really don't want to. We see the factory video. Of course, it's the same as Nightcrawler, although the jaw moves a little bit. Although that could just be the head bouncing up and down and I could just be seeing things wrong. Who knows? But we have Fiona Frazzles, which is another prop. Made by SVI, and she's $280. First female clown animatronic since Lucky Liz. Let's watch that. So See if I can play it. Alright, so the dress spins around, the head turns side to side. Looks alright for the most part, but it's another clown, so what to expect. Now they say animatronic, it was going to be released last year in time for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Of course, it's $400, but it was canceled due to tariffs. 2025, it says right there, it was unreleased. Well, I thought it was because of the tariffs, but it's actually licensing issues. Because Freddy Fazbear is part of a really huge IP. So if you have $400 available, you could potentially have a Freddy Fazbear in your own house. That's the factory video. He looks pretty cool. I'd say the arms are way too long on him. And I think they should change more of the colors. They're too bright, and they could make it look more accurate to Freddy Fazbear, but who knows? Gas Up is the next one. $250. It was made by Pan Asian. Who knows what these guys do? Okay, so it's just these two guys, but it's nothing unique or interesting. They're just moving their arms around. Oh well. Giant ground-reaching creature. This is an interesting one. $270, which is not a lot for a giant ground-reaching creature. Which, yeah, that looks kind of nice. If you're saying it's giant, how big is it gonna be? How big would you consider it, though? I don't know. Hovering Demon, $280. We just have this picture of it, which it looks like a floating demonic Dahlia combined with the pneumatic woman from Lowe's a couple years back. These were all released or leaked on December 17, not too long ago. We finally have another Jason, produced by John Toys and Crafts. It's the Jason from Friday the 13th. It used placeholder audio from Emily, which is an animatronic from 2024, based on Emily from The Corpse Bride. This is the first Jason we've seen since 2007 and 2010. And it's gonna be the first time I've ever seen an actual retail-made Halloween animatronic of Jason Voorhees I can remember. Hopefully he's 7 feet tall, accurate to how big he is in the Friday the 13th movies. I can see how the audio is being used there. Then it raises his arm up and slashes. It would be really cool to see the production release model of that. Jaw-dropping zombie. SVI uses the same audio as Bog Zombie. Picture of it, AI upskilled image. Factory video, let's see that. That is a really cool concept, and I'm really fond of a zombie animatronic that has its jaws or body parts dropping off of it. My question is, how are they gonna make it so that when it resets, how is it going to not make it look obvious that it's just an animatronic made from China? This Slender Clown, it was supposed to be released 6 years ago, in 2020, but it's being sold in 2026 for $280, made by SVI. It was going to be in Reaper's Island Village. They also have a video of it. Okay, that's interesting. Party is over, Clown. SVI 2026 to $300 just for that. And what it does is it splits its face open, which there's probably going to be an obvious seam in the face. I think Henry Hustle had much better execution for this kind of scare than this guy does. I really like the idea of it, but they could fix up the prototype for that. An upcoming insect animatronic, finally. I could use this in the garden section for my haunt this year. Depending if I do end up doing that, but it's one of my ideas. It's a fly, I think, and it flaps its wings a bunch. We need more of these giant bug animatronics. Trash can animatronic, which I believe there's a lot more we haven't seen just from this picture alone. So there is more to be seen. Let's look at Carver Jack's page again. So there's a scarecrow prop as well. There's still plenty of things we haven't seen. And there could be more. Now let's keep going. Let's look at the Xenomorph from Alien. We actually have something licensed from the Alien IP. This might be much better executed than the Demogorgon animatronic was a while back. The Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Let's see what this Xenomorph looks like. Looks pretty decent. Like the look of it. And it has the extra set of jaws coming out of its mouth. That really nice touch. This is probably a really cool depiction of Xenomorph. The Xenomorph from Alien. Now let's look at the upcoming 2026 IC. Pictures of that might have been already shown up on the screen. But I still want to take a look at it just to see what that looks like. So we have the concept art down here. And probably, if you're seeing this video when it's released, there will be bigger videos of the 2026 props up on the screen. With anyone who has made videos of these leaks so far, Spirit Halloween has not taken action at all. They haven't taken action to any of this, any of their props and stuff being revealed for 2026. Now we're going to look at the online-only props. This one features a prop that was known as the Reaching Zombie. It was featured in the incoming Madison Scare Park teaser for Halfway to Halloween 2025. This one, the Creepy Crawler, which was delayed because of the tariffs. This was a tariff-canceled item. See, it had a working name of Reaching Zombie. There's the picture of it. And it is a reskin of the Zombie Crawler and Crawling Dead, which were remote-controlled crawling zombie animatronics, which I'd really love to have one of those. I would have been able to get one from last year, but problem is this one was delayed because of the unfortunate tariffs. So that was one of the tariff canceled ones. That one was the only one I know of that was probably canceled due to tariffs. Home Depot has a lot more that are canceled due to the tariffs that took place. But we have another Ghostface animatronic. The factory video is right here. I probably will get this one because it looks really rad, even though I've never seen any of the Scream movies. Looks like a reskin of Fire Demon, which I already do have. But I might have to, wait, let's look at that page again. Doesn't say anywhere that it is a reskin of Fire Demon, but it looks a lot like one. And finally, we've got Pennywise from It, Welcome to Derry. It is online only. This is the first Pennywise we've seen in a long time. This one, I see what it looks like, and it's really weird looking. With the arms bouncing around it. One of the weirdest looking things I've ever seen. Alright, well, that will do it for this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. This is Double AA Halloween, signing out. Stay tuned and stay scared.